our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
Many different factors come into play when dealing with an accident with an 80,000-pound vehicle. Because of federal and state regulations governing truck drivers, it is important to contact Rogers & Driver immediately. With more and more tractor-trailers on the road, it's important to be prepared. They aren't concerned with the rights of the victim. If you've been injured in a collision with a tractor-trailer throughout Kentucky or Tennessee, Rogers & Driver can handle your case.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
On the corner of North Race and Cherry Streets in Glasgow.
In more local news, the Cave City Council met as well last night. Sharon Tabor with the Cave City Convention Center said that the Vietnam Traveling Wall will be coming to Cave City Labor Day weekend at the Convention Center. In restaurant and transient room taxes just for July of this year, they transferred almost $85,000 to the Tourism Commission. Barron County Emergency Management Director Tracy Shirley spoke to the council about changes on Barron County's emergency operations plan. Reviewed annually, this year's changes were mainly clerical. Police Chief Terrell Riley said the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign will start tomorrow and will last through September 4th. The council also approved a resolution, the interlocal agreement with the Idea Board. They approved the legal name change to Cooperative Industrial Development Authority. Cave City will also be given one voting seat on the board to be appointed by the mayor and approved by the council. Again, that passed unanimously. The council also unanimously passed a resolution supporting the county retirement be separated from the state retirement funds in Frankfort. They say that separating these county funds will make the accounts more solvent. The Green River Ferry is now open, according to Vicki Carson with Mammoth Cave National Park. The river has risen to 1.7 feet as measured at the ferry. Ferry service is still closed to long vehicles, though, and those towing trailers. For current ferry information, 270-758-2166. In local 911 activity, 5 motor vehicle accidents with injury yesterday. One yesterday morning on Columbia Avenue, the fire department, police, sheriff's office, and ambulance service responded. One early yesterday afternoon on I-65. Park City Fire and the ambulance service responded. One on Smith Road yesterday afternoon. One on Reynolds Road and one on Happy Valley Road. Again, Glasgow Fire, Police, Barron Metcalf EMS responded to all of those. And the 101st Airborne Division celebrating its 75th anniversary with events at Fort Campbell this week. The celebration tomorrow starts with a 4-mile run led by 101st Commanding General Major General Andrew Pappas. The events are open to soldiers and their families, retirees, veterans, and members of the nearby community. There will be an induction ceremony for Cheryl Ellis, the general manager of the Kentucky newspaper. She'll be conducted into the Champions of Fort Campbell program of Major General Pappas. The program honors the efforts of citizens in local communities who've enhanced the quality of life for soldiers and their families. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 6:18 a.m., 73 degrees.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with
it. Is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Legendberry.
Top Democrat in the Kentucky Senate is looking at a month of house arrest after his guilty plea to election interference. Keith Justice will also pay a $500 fine and lose his private investigator's license for a year. He pleaded guilty yesterday to flashing a badge and taking witness statements from poll workers during last fall's contentious election in Pike County. Kentucky Senate Minority Leader Ray Jones hired Justice but has refused to say why or what Justice was supposed to be doing at the polls. Lexington Mayor Jim Gray will present a proposal to the Urban County Council today to remove 2 Confederate statues from a downtown square.
Now, I examined this issue. We've examined this issue in question in Lexington for almost 2 years. And I've made the decision to put this before the City Council on Tuesday.
The statues are of Confederate General John Hunt Morgan and Confederate Secretary of Defense John Breckinridge. Speaking with CNN on Skype, Gray says the statues should be moved to Veterans Walk near a pair of Union statues. A Nicholas County farmer is dead after a tractor accident. It happened near the Bourbon County line, not far from Millersburg. The farmer, 81-year-old Charles Doyle, reportedly fell off the tractor and was run over. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital. Investigators do not yet know what led to the accident. Child welfare officials in the state are inviting visitors to the Kentucky State Fair to donate backpacks for children who come into the foster care system. A statement from the Cabinet for Health and Family Services says the agency will collect backpacks and duffel bags at its display during the run of the fair for 10 days. The Cabinet Secretary says the effort is a small but meaningful way to help foster children in the state. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Legendberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Legendberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Legendberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my dandy a call.
AY State Fair.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
Local news time from WCLU. It's 70. I'm sorry, that's not the time. The time is 6:22. The temperature is 73 degrees. And Ray Staging says we'll have a few clouds today, maybe a few sprinkles, but nothing of a large amount of rainfall activity today. In area funeral announcements this hour, Luretha Lou Skaggs, age 74, of Brownsville, died Sunday at the Edmondson Center. She was a seamstress for Brownsville Manufacturing. Surviving are her husband, Glenn Skaggs, two sons, Glenn Skaggs of Caneyville and Eugene Skaggs of Lindsayville, a brother, Dwight Hogan of Glasgow, three grandchildren, Jessica Lyle of Glasgow, Megan Roof of Caneyville, and Athol Thomas Roof of Panama City, Florida. Four great-grandchildren, Izzy Roof, Lily and Jace Lyle, and Addison Crone. Service for Luretha Lou Skaggs will be Thursday at 1 at Grayville Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Poplar Springs Cemetery. Visitation from 4 until 9 today and from 10 until 9 Wednesday, and after 10 Thursday at Grayville Funeral Home. Betty Gibbons, age 76, of Three Springs, died Sunday at the Medical Center of Bowling Green. She was attending Joiners Chapel Church and was a homemaker and enjoyed raising children. She is survived by her husband, Don Gibbons, two daughters, Haley and Christian Gibbons of Three Springs, four sons, Pacey Gibbons of Three Springs, Kevin and David Elijah Gibbons of Florida, three granddaughters, Caroline, Kelsey, and Zoe Gibbons, a grandson, Porter Gibbons, a sister, Donna Wells of Ohio. Graveside services for Betty Gibbons will be Wednesday at 1 o'clock at the Gibbons Family Cemetery, located on the Gibbons Family Farm in Three Springs. Arrangements under the direction of the Wynn Funeral Home. Richard D. Goad, age 73, of Glasgow, died Saturday. He was the son of Warren L. Goad and Cleva D. Carter Goad, both of whom preceded him in death. Richard served in the U.S. Army with the 304th Signal Battalion stationed in Seoul, Korea, reaching the rank of sergeant. After his military service, he worked as a salesman for Neil Lavelle of Bowling Green for 30 years, and upon retirement he moved back to Glasgow in 2010. Survivors include two sons, Richard Chase Goad of Cleveland, Tennessee, and Brian David Goad of Louisville, two sisters, Barbara Taylor and husband Ted of Glasgow, and Evelyn Culver and husband Larry of Kingsport, Tennessee, special friend Lori Payton of Smiths Grove. Service for Richard D. Goad will be Wednesday at 1 at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Happy Valley Memorial Gardens. Visitation begins at 10 a.m. Wednesday at the funeral home. Donations can be made to the American Lung Association. Lolita Embry Burnett, age 69, of Bowling Green, died Monday at the Medical Center. She was a clerk, a cashier, and a cook, and a member of the Iva Baptist Church. Her survivors include her husband, Joseph Burnett, a son, Michael Burnett, a daughter, Tina McLeod, two grandchildren, Cody and Ben McLeod, a sister, Juanita Lindsay, three brothers, Wendell Embry, Floyd, and Lloyd Embry. Service for Lolita Embry Burnett will be at 2 Wednesday at the Iva Baptist Church. Burial in the Satterfield Cemetery. Visitation begins at 11 o'clock Wednesday at the Iva Baptist Church. Arrangements by the Hardy & Son Funeral Home. Uri Brown Hurt, age 83, of Scottsville, died Saturday at the Hospice House of Southern Kentucky. She was a homemaker, a former employee of Life Skills and Dollar General, and a member of the Mount Union General Baptist Church, where she served as a former Sunday school and Bible school teacher, and a singer in the choir, and a member of the Halfway Homemakers Club. She is survived by a daughter, Barbara Stovall, and husband Sam of Scottsville, two sons, Danny Brown and wife Mary, and Ricky Brown and wife Edna, all of Scottsville. Two sisters, Clara Crump of Cave City and Ola Jean Miller and husband Ronnie of Bowling Green. Six grandchildren, Laurie, Joseph, James, Dawn, Isaac, and Uriah. And two step-grandsons, Randy Stovall and wife Rita, and Anthony Stovall Sr. and wife Fran. Funeral services for Uri Brown Hurt will be at 2 Wednesday afternoon at the Goad Funeral Home. Burial in the Mount Union Cemetery. Visitation begins at 10 o'clock today at the Goad Funeral Home. Expressions may take the form of donations to the Mount Union General Baptist Church and can be made at the funeral home. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
Oh, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was like,
Have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow today.
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
I'm here to announce the launch of McDonald's new signature sriracha sandwich, and they decided to turn it up. It's topped with crispy onions, fresh baby spinach, and kale. Onions and baby greens. That's not all. They decided to turn it up even more. They created an exclusive sriracha mac sauce with just the right kick of spice. Yeah, but it's here only for a limited time. The McDonald's signature sriracha sandwich. Where are you going?
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire. On Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
ELU and 73 degrees. We're shaping up the day weather-wise now by checking in with our staff meteorologist, Ray Stajic, at the Weather Channel.
It's not much, but it's not zero rain. This morning we're seeing some showers around. They're widely scattered and very light, and certainly more gray sky than anything else today. We'll go clouds mixing in with some sunshine, some passing light rain showers this morning. Slight chance of thunderstorms this afternoon, 80. Isolated showers and thunderstorms tonight, 68. And then partly cloudy tomorrow, a little bit warmer, 86. And the southwesterly flow continues on Wednesday, pumping temperatures up with a mix of clouds and sunshine into the upper 80s. Scattered storms, upper 80s Thursday. Friday, partly cloudy with highs in the upper 80s. So we're getting temperatures now back to normal here over the next few days. Today, most likely the coolest of the next 5 days with the cloud cover in and maybe a few showers around. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let's look at the current conditions this morning. Actually, we got a quarter of an inch of rain in the last 24 hours, 0.24 technically, but we'll call it a quota of an inch. Now let's look at the rest of the current conditions. The barometer this morning is at 29.92, humidity at 99%. Northwest winds at a couple of miles an hour. And as I said, 0.24 in the rain gauge, 73 at WCLU this morning.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our number one priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
631 WCLU, 73 degrees. Here's a neat deal that's coming up. This is where Major Jim Arrowwood is going to be here to present a plaque designating our local Salvation Army store as becoming a service center. Now, put that down on the 24th day of August at 9 o'clock. It's a Thursday morning. You got a couple of weeks here, but it's going to be a neat deal. The store is located at 108 Shane Drive in Glasgow. And Barry Wisdom is the chairperson of the local organization. And the public is invited to attend, and it will be a nice event at 9 o'clock on a Thursday morning. It's August the 24th. We got birthdays coming in here. We're going to check them out in a second for you. 6:32.
in Glasgow is your quick, convenient pharmacy.
On providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Calling the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Sometimes people are injured through the carelessness of others. That's why the law requires every driver to be insured. You work hard and pay your insurance premiums.
Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. When you're injured in a car wreck, you lose income. You have medical bills, and your ability to support yourself and your family is in danger. At Rogers & Driver, we know that. When you need help, we're here on the square in Glasgow, or visit us at rogersandriver.com.
Rogers & Driver, your local full-service injury attorneys.
You remember Ralphie's Fun Center? It's a fun place for sure. And looking forward to seeing you out there. Your next party, your next celebration, the next time you need a place to have a special get-together, it's Ralphie's Fun Center. And they are bringing you the birthday list here for today. Been talking to some really nice folks, learning things like the fact that the mayor of Horse Cave, Randall Curry, is on our birthday list. Roy Fox is 79 today. Mariana Harlow celebrates. Chase Quisenberry is 12. Julie Kate Gross for the birthday. Keithina Holman celebrates. It's number 58 for Tracy Russell Smith today. We have Miss Sherry Waldrop celebrating a birthday. And Hannah Pitcock. Hannah, your grandmama called up to wish you a happy birthday today. Now we've got anniversaries for Suzanne and Buzz Bragg. It's the 18th anniversary for Suzanne and Buzz today. And we've got Tammy and Charles Tuna Armstrong. It's number 36 for the Armstrongs. Congratulations. 651-9149. 800-956-1023. Online, it's a simple click here at WCLUradio.com. For birthdays and anniversaries, lines are open. Give us a call right here, and we will help you pass along the greetings to everybody. Coming right back, we've got the archives this morning here on WCLU. Technology.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Yeah, Buttermilk Falls. That's a neat place right up the street here. All right, let me first of all, let me fix this. We have Teresa Russell Smith turning 58. I think I called her Tracy Russell Smith, but her name is Teresa Russell Smith. Be sure and get that right. And also, here's a fine gal having a birthday today. It's Becky Grider. Becky Grider, happy birthday to you today. So I believe we're up to date on birthdays and anniversaries here on WCLU today. With that being said, let's transition into the archives. We learn a whole lot on the archives. We love local, we love history, and we combine the two of them together here to talk about it in the way of the archives at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. The Quilting Friends Quilt Guild of Glasgow sponsoring the Quilt of the Barons Quilt Show through Sunday, August 20th. They're going to be there on Monday through Friday, 9 until 4, and Saturday from 9 until 2, and Sunday from 1 until 4, all at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. Admission is free. There's a show of antique, traditional, and modern quilts co-sponsored by the Cultural Center. You got a question about that? You can call 651-9792, and they'll try to answer your questions. The big thing is, go check it out. We'll hear this from our sponsor, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
Want to make sure you're ready to hit the ground running this spring? Then be sure to get to Joseph A. Wade before the spring rush hits for hydraulic hose and cylinder repairs. You can trust the folks at Joseph A. Wade to perform top-notch work. So be sure and plan on having repairs and tune-ups completed so you don't miss a day on the job. It takes all the right parts and tools to do your job, so be sure you stay connected with Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware on Industrial Drive in Glasgow. Top-notch work, top-notch people.
All right, 73 degrees as we get started here this morning, Angela.
It is 73.
I was thinking how steamy it is out there this morning. Very humid, very sticky, but not at the Cultural Center.
They have air conditioning.
It's not going to slow you down to go and see the quilts show going on down there. You'll be in the comfort of the newly air-conditioned South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. And you ought to get that on your list of things to do.
Definitely.
We've got 100 years ago, this was 1917. It was the 15th day of August 1917 that this was in the Glasgow Times. You know, we've been talking about how these the Moonlight School is trying to help soldiers read before they head off to war.
Right.
Well, let's take it one step further. Commissions received by Glasgow soldiers. Yeah, it was coming true. So here we are in 1917. Roy B. Allen was commissioned a captain in the infantry. William H. Jones, second lieutenant in the infantry. Chris Edwardson, a captain in the infantry. That's a last name I have not seen around here before. Edwardson, Edwardsen. Chris Edwardson, a captain in the infantry. Infantry, not the inventory. Henry D. Palmore. That's Henry D. Palmore, a captain in the infantry. Edgar Caldwell, a captain in Company M in Wisconsin, no less. For a town the size of Glasgow to have 4 captains and 1 second lieutenant, we doubt if any other town this size in the state can say as much.
Well, there you go.
Are we proud or not?
I would think so.
In getting ready for the war effort there, we were sending 4 commissioned captains and a second lieutenant. 1917. I like it when they throw a little community pride in there.
There you go.
I like this story out of 1927. This was the day it was announced. This also was in the Glasgow Times. Fountain Run barbers believe in price cutting as well as hair cutting.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
In fact, they have been shaving barber prices in that enterprising little town. The war between the 2 barber shops of the city of Fountain Run resulted in reducing its price to 15 and 1/2 cent for shaves and haircuts. The price was further reduced to 10 and 5 cents. And now a declaration is made that if the war isn't over soon, the other barber will discard the prices entirely and do the work for free.
Well, there you go.
That's a war. You know, I remember a few times when I was a kid, they had gas wars. Remember
Oh, yes.
Take it down, take it down. Well, you know, it's probably difficult to keep people coming through there so fast when they get the prices down to 5 cents.
I would guarantee it.
But anyway, everybody's coming, I bet, from everywhere to get the value of the war in their direction. 1937. This was a big announcement here in the community of Glasgow. Mr. Roy L. Beatty has been named as the city clerk and manager of the Glasgow Water Company, a municipal corporation now operating the water plant at Glasgow. His duties will cover the vacancy made by the resignation of Mr. Wendell Honeycutt, who served 12 years. That, of course, would be the grandfather of current Councilman Wendell Honeycutt and his namesake. It says here, we congratulate the council in securing Mr. Beatty as, in our estimation, no better selection could have been made. As a wide-awake businessman the population likes and in whom they have the utmost confidence, no man stands higher than does Mr. Beatty. All right?
All right.
It's nice to hire somebody and have so many nice things said. And, you know, if there's anybody out there that didn't like him, they just probably slammed out a paper. But that's not the majority of people. All right, 1947 here, Angela. We've got this story in the Republican, but it's about Fountain Run.
Okay.
We got more good news about Fountain Run here today. The story reads, Fountain Run was out on Gala Parade Saturday night in appreciation of its latest civic improvement, blacktop streets to travel on and street lights to guide the way.
Well, there you go. You had good roads and you could see them.
1947 now. We have blacktop streets in Fountain Run, and we have city street lights. A survey now for the community at large for a telephone system has been made. And if these homeless veterans can get to build homes on these Burley lots, Fountain Run will favorably compete with any town of its size in the South. Now, reading between the lines here, but the war was over, 1947, and the soldiers came home, but not every one of them had a home to come home to.
Right.
But apparently there was a move to let some of the Burley tobacco lots be used as home building sites. And that was sort of a mild editorial there in the Republican to get that done. 1947. All right, here we have in 1957. The Supreme Feed Mills dairy feed manufacturing plant was completely destroyed by fire early Wednesday morning. It was described as one of Glasgow's major fires. The estimate of the loss was not available as the owners, Rogers and Luther Wells, were making inventory to ascertain the loss. The building was constructed in 1946. It housed the equipment for modern feed making. A 20,000-gallon molasses tank was included in the fire-wrecked premises. That sounds like a mess.
Yeah, it does sound
20,000 gallons of molasses.
It's a bunch of molasses.
A hammer mill, a mixer, cleaner, conveyor, scales, and office equipment, along with all the oats and the corn,
Goodness.
were destroyed out at Supreme Feed Mills. Actually, I heard a few interesting stories, just old memories at the visitation for L. Rogers Wells Jr., talking about Supreme Mill days and how much that family affected so many other families in operating a feed mill here in this community. But in 1957, it was a blip in the road when it burnt down.
Yeah.
And I do mean all of it. This day in 1967, here's some news for you. Upcoming family reunions included the families of the late Tom and Nancy Bailey, the Starr family, and the Saltzman family. So I think that's neat, to publish this in the newspaper where, hey, you can read this. Maybe I'm a member. Maybe I'm kin to those folks.
There you go, maybe.
Maybe I could go to the reunion. I'm kin to some Stars. I've seen some Saltzmans. Maybe I'm related to them. You would check that out and hopefully go to the reunion. That was 1967. 1977, little football news here. They called the first game of the season back in 1977 the Jamboree.
The Jamboree.
Barron County Trojans, this day in 1977, won 6-0 over Edmondson County in the Jamboree. It was held at Glasgow High School. Glasgow topped Allen County Scottsville 14-0 in the second game of the Jamboree. So it was a successful Jamboree. Barron County and Glasgow both winning in the Jamboree in 1977. Of course, coming up, we have, let's see here, so this Friday night is going to be called the Scotty Bowl. And we're going to be talking more about that with Joe Myers here coming up to make sure you know about what's coming up because the season is here. Let's see here. We're at 1987 now. Interesting. This is a story that just gets people talking, okay?
Okay.
Here we are in 1987. An increasing coyote population in and around Monroe County has some local farmers worried. I'd be worried.
I would be worried.
The increase in coyotes just we're not used to dealing with them.
Don't want to deal with them
in large numbers.
Right.
But anyway, that was 1987. Monroe County is increasing coyotes. Big news here in 1997. This was the day in 1997 that Farmers RECC announced the start of propane sales.
Well.
That's right. They formed a partnership with the Thermogas Company of Tulsa, Oklahoma. 20 years ago today, it was announced. And I think that was a good move for Farmers RECC. It's going strong, I think. Now let's move here to this is 2007. I can't quit saying 19. 2007. This was the day, not exactly a good day, but this was the day that Glasgow Fire Department responded to a fire to Toby's Steakhouse at 760 West Cherry Street.
I don't remember Toby's Steakhouse.
Well, the archivist here says it used to be, it's where El Mazatlan is, up on the top of the hill.
Oh, I never knew that was a Toby's Steakhouse.
Yeah, well, and if I, let me step in here. Before it was a Toby's, it was the original KFC.
Really?
Does that help you any?
No, not at all.
Oh, anyway, it was, the building it's a nice location, nice building up there, but back in the day, they had a steakhouse there, but they got one too well done.
Yeah, way too well done.
That's right. And anyway, but the fire department went out there and took care of it, as they so often do. All right, that's what we have in the way of archives today. Interesting little things here and there, and, we got the coyote problem in Monroe County.
There you go, Blacktop Road.
We got the soldiers who are being commissioned, 4 captains from Barron County.
And nickel haircuts.
That's and the hair wars.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
That's a great line. I'm going to read it one more time here. This is a 90-year-old journalistic wonder here. Right here. Fountain Run barbers believe in price cutting as well as hair cutting.
Yeah, they believe in both of them.
That's right. Makes you think. We'll regroup tomorrow and share some more history. And don't forget to get down there and check out the quilts and check out the air conditioning and spend a lot of time with both.
There you go.
At the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. Thanks to our sponsor, too, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. Mighty nice folks. Doing so much in the way of helping business move out there at Joseph A. Wade.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
A Sweet 16 to share today. Just learned about this. Chris Likens. Chris Likens is 16 today, and Chris's mom and dad called up, says, we got to wish Chris a happy 16th birthday today, and we're glad to get to help in that situation. Happy 16th to Chris Likens. Also, let's go ahead and tell you about our Pat 'em on the Back honoree today while we are in a good position to do so. Today is Eddie Wells Day on the radio. If you happen to see Eddie Wells around town today, we'd most appreciate the fact if you would pat him on the back and tell him he's good as gold from WCLU. And a little taste of Texas.
It's that time of year again. Gather up all of your old oil-based paints, batteries, old electronics, and propane cylinders, fluorescent light bulbs, household chemicals, and herbicides and pesticides. Because the City of Glasgow presents its Kentucky Pride event, a household hazardous waste and free shredder day, August 26th. Commercial and industrial waste will not be accepted, nor will latex paints, refrigerators, or stoves. That's August 26th at the Beaver Trail from 9 a.m. until noon. Please take advantage of this free event and remember to have these items ready by August 26th.
A hometown experience with honest people, a novel idea, not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB is partnered with Community Relief for a new Roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
73 degrees. Here's a thoughtful sister calling up to wish her brother a happy birthday today. It's Steve Wilkinson. Steve is 62 today. So happy 62nd birthday there, Steve, from your sister. Called up to wish you a happy birthday. Indeed. Let's see. Let's talk about this event that's coming up. The Avenue Church at 315 Columbia Avenue is hosting a back-to-school fall clothing giveaway for children ages birth through high school. It's going to be the second day of September, Saturday, September 2nd, 9 a.m. until 12 noon. Signs will be posted. The Avenue Church, located at 315 Columbia Avenue, hosting it's a back-to-school and fall clothing giveaway on the 2nd of August. 2nd, actually, of, not August, but of September. That's the next one, isn't it? 73 degrees. South Central Bank presents this check of the weather. We'll check in with Ray and see where we're headed after this from South Central Bank.
For the last 45 years, South Central Bank has been growing roots in our communities.
As part of our 45-year celebration from March 1st through August 30th, South Central Bank will have deposit and loan specials for our customers.
Not our customer yet? South Central will have something for you, too.
Stop by any office and talk with any SCB representative. Visit southcentralbank.com to review specials on our website and go to our Facebook page for daily freebies and fun.
Remember, we have roots where others have branches. South Central Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Not a terrible morning, but not much in the way of clear sky. We do have a considerable amount of cloud. Isolated showers and thunderstorms mainly pushing east and south, but I'm going to leave one in. I believe most of us, however, will be dry. Considerably cloudy this afternoon, 86. Break up the cloud party tonight. Isolated showers and thunderstorms, though still possible, 70 degrees. Tomorrow, some clouds, warmer, 88. Isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon. Some scattered storms early on Thursday. Could last into Friday. And highs will be in the upper 80s, but the payoff will be a beautiful weekend. Right now, the weekend looks dry and sunny. Highs will be in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. You're doing fine on these, what we call the weekend, the nice, pleasant weekends. And we enjoy hearing that phrase. Let me tell you about what we are doing current condition-wise. We've had a quarter of an inch of rain in the last 24 hours in our studios. Northwest winds at a couple of miles an hour. Humidity at 99%. The barometer's at 29.92. We'll see that stay down there for a little while as long as the rain threat is in the forecast. 73. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
Not every family is blessed with financial success. For many, it is a daily struggle to keep food on the table and a roof over their head. Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. Since 1981, I've been helping families threatened by debt collectors, garnishment, and foreclosure. Schedule a free consultation and let us show you how we can help your family. Rogers and Driver, on the Square in Glasgow, Kentucky.
Mom, are we at Parrish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parrish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parrish Carpet.
It's 73 degrees now at WCLU, 6:55 as we are heading toward trivia time here just in a moment. And be sure and get that thinking cap on, and we'll see if we can't declare a winner today after we ask the question. So be ready for that. And enjoy the day with us here on WCLU all day long. Let me make sure you know about these site-based meetings. They are important any time of the year. They're just kind of cranking up good here. The Barron County Middle School Council, Site-Based Council, meets today at 3:30 p.m. Austin Tracy at 3 o'clock on Thursday afternoon at the school, and Highland Elementary on Thursday afternoon at 4:30 p.m. So Make notes of that. Be involved in your child's educational process.
Citizens First Bank has a great opportunity for you to grow your hard-earned money. With as little as $500, Citizens First's limited time 12-month certificate of deposit with an annual percentage yield of 1.20% will get your money working for you. Stop by any branch today to learn more. Citizens First Bank. Come grow with us.
Yield effective Wednesday, July 26, 2017. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Not valid with any other promotional rate CD offer, special product discounts or coupons. Public funds or other municipal accounts excluded. Rate subject to change. Member FDI.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my dandy a call.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
5 Myrtle Street, Glasgow.
Well, when you hear the Extreme commercial, you know we're about to play trivia, and we're going to give away a card that you'll be able to use at Extreme Fitness for Women, or Extreme Health Club on some of the wonderful features they have there at any of these Extreme family of businesses. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Let me get the question ready, and I'm going to see. It's kind of back to school week right here, and we're just kind of jumping back into it with both feet. Here we go with the question today. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, a backpack should never weigh more than what percentage of a student's weight? All right, so let's be responsible parents right here. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, a backpack should never weigh more than what percent of the student's body weight?
10%.
No, I'm sorry, that's not right. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, a backpack should never weigh more than what percent of the student's body weight? Hello, trivia.
10.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
20%.
That's right. Who is it speaking?
Joan Sexton.
Joan, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Now, what do you know about backpacks?
Well, I know I've got grandkids, and they carry big ones, and some of them are very heavy, and it was like, that's got to be too heavy, and I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
It was 20%.
20%. So, let's say you got a grandkid that weighs 55 pounds in the 4th grade.
Right.
And so 10% would be 5.5. 20% would be 11 pounds.
Right.
Or it would be 11 pounds. Yeah. That sounds like a lot of backpack to me.
Yeah, but I've heard kids carrying the heavy ones. It's very difficult on their backs and their bone growth and structure.
Yeah. Well, I think we should be responsible about that. Of course, it's kind of hard to there's a lot of things that have to be carried to and from school.
Sure.
So I think that it would do the parents well to double check, make sure on the weight of that backpack.
Right.
Okay, Joan, you've won trivia today. Can you handle a trip to Extreme?
I probably can.
Well, come by here. We have a card for you that you can take out there, and there's some things on the card at each of the Extreme family of businesses where you could very well check them out and enjoy it. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's Joan Sexton. That's right. She's got grandkids, and she's read it somewhere, which is certainly, it's good to be well read. And the American Academy of Pediatrics says it's 20%. That's what the weight of the backpack ought to be compared to the weight of the student carrying the backpack. Thanks to Extreme, thanks to Joan Sexton for jumping in here and getting the question correctly this morning on WCLU. And we'll play again tomorrow. And we hope that you'll join us then so that we can come up with yet another winner in Extreme Trivia. Stand by for the news you depend on, the live and local 7 o'clock morning edition.
Sometimes Mom forgets to go shopping.
Mom, there's nothing in the fridge.
Uh-oh.
Luckily, Minute Mart has a large 3-topping Godfather's Pizza for $9.99.
Mom, will the fridge be empty tomorrow?
Hilarious.
Minute Mart. Live life in the go.
CBS News Update. North Korea's state-run TV says there will be no attack on Guam for now, that Kim Jong-un has looked at possible plans but has no plans to act on them. That comes after a week of threats to the island. Via Skype from Seoul, reporter Alex Jensen.
What it can be interpreted as saying is that he's been scared off by the United States to a certain extent. He basically said that he's going to be watching Washington a little bit more before enacting this plan that's been presented to him by his military chiefs to send several missiles in the direction of Guam.
On the streets of Guam, people like Bobby Taitano say they're relieved.
With everything that we've been reading about this man, I think he's capable of doing anything. But the fact that he decided not to harm Guam in any way, I mean, good for him.
There was a brief scare early this morning in Guam when 2 radio stations broadcast an emergency alert that turned out to be a false alarm. Stations blamed it on human error. CBS News Update, I'm Peter King.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow today.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Would you like to choose when you pay your electric bill? With EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
7:05 WCLU, 73 degrees. Ray Stajic says a steamy day, slight chance of a shower. We'll check in with Ray in just a moment. Time for the top story at 7. Angela Briggs, our
live on WCLU Radio. It's the top story at 7 with WCLU News Director Angela Briggs.
I'm Angela Briggs with WCLU, and this is your top story at 7. A letter, a hearing, and a still divided council. Michael Scalp is a senior strategic consultant and has been with TVA for 41 years. Scalp addressed the Glasgow City Council at last night's regular meeting, and his role was to sponsor the advisory council to work with the Smart Energy Power Alliance to draft recommendations to give to the EPB Board of Directors. These recommendations came on the heels of public pushback in regard to EPB's rollout of the new rate structure Infotricity back in January of 2016.
The need to increase predictability, less uncertainty regarding how and when certain charges applied, and also a tiered customer charge or an inclining block for the customer charge as a way to mitigate rate shock for low-use customers. The Council requested to hear more specifics and detail regarding rates TVA charges to Glasgow, the cost of service study process from TVA, and the rate proposal from the Kentucky Office of the Attorney General. The recap of meeting 2, we reviewed the rate charge by TVA to Glasgow, presentation from my kinds of TVA on the cost of service study process, presentations from Kentucky Office of General Counsel attorneys on the critical peak pricing rate and general thoughts on rate design. We had an industrial perspective from James Gardner, who was the former chairman of the Kentucky Public Service Commission. General agreement by the Council that a focus on education for different types of consumers would be pursued, how to save energy during events, and how to save energy in general. A preliminary agreement by the Council on recommending a tiered customer charge, and desired expressed for additional time to consider what had been discussed. Given that, we came back for a third meeting where we reviewed examples of theoretical bill impacts from different rate structures under consideration. And then the committee, the advisory group, deliberated on the relative merits of different approaches to making rates more predictable, best method to create a tiered customer charge, variety of education-based initiatives to help promote energy efficiency and a better understanding of rate options for Glasgow customers. And we developed a list of recommendations to be provided back to Glasgow and TVA.
Scalp presented the recommendations made by the advisory board to the Electric Plant Board of Directors, and Scalp says they accepted all of them, including limiting the number of peak demand days they could predict and modification of EPB's Roundup program, as well as continuing education for the public on energy saving in general. Danny Basil was up next. Basil's a Glasgow attorney that was hired by the council earlier this year to look into the options in regard to removing members of the EPB Board of Directors. Pointed out as the reason for delay in action by Basil on behalf of the council was everyone's desire to wait and see what happened from the advisory council and how their recommendations were received by the EPB board.
One of the issues that was big to the public here, and probably the biggest to the public, was that rate structure. Obviously, neither I nor you know how to set up a rate structure for an electrical utility. As I've studied it, I've learned it's extremely complicated. But one of the things that I did find out from talking with Mr. Ray on the few occasions that we have talked is that alternative rate that's presently available is very close to what our rate was before Infotricity went into effect. It's just that a lot of people haven't used it, but the customer charge is much higher than it was back then. Originally, the customer charge was around $11, and today it's about $22.
Basil also talked about the commingling of funds, which he says created a debt that still exists today. He recommends something be done to deal with that debt. The Little TVA Act requires that revenues from electricity have to go back to lowering rates. He feels the customer charge could be lowered if the $2.4 million could be paid back in one lump sum. Now, when it comes to this co-mingling, TVA, who ultimately regulates the Glasgow Electric Plant Board, had allowed that accounting practice for nearly 30 years, not only at the Glasgow EPB, but other similar municipal-owned utilities. Councilmember Patrick Gaughan said if TVA found no wrongdoing, what authority does the Glasgow City Council have to override a federal agency?
I don't feel equipped as a city councilman, and some people may or may not, overriding a federal agency like TVA if they're good with it. I get why the essence of to try to lower the rates, but I would just say if this was my business, I would pause to say that this group of 12 people are going to regulate better than a federal agency like TVA would regulate. And that's just a statement, and you can comment to that, and then I'll shut up.
Well, I'll comment on it because I think you're inviting me to, and I think I probably should. It wasn't, and I have to be very frank to answer what you've mentioned. I was trying to be sure that we didn't have a class action lawsuit filed on behalf of electrical ratepayers saying, I have paid in money that was used for broadband, that was used for cable, and I don't have broadband and cable, and I want my money put back in on the electrical side so that it can be used for rate reductions. That was what I was trying to avoid. That's as succinct as I, and we weren't worried about TVA filing that suit.
Now, the EPB Board of Directors did not balk on any of those recommendations made by the Advisory Council. Glasgow City Council member Chastity Lowry attended the most recent EPB board meeting.
I do know that we've limited to 4 peak days a month, that's all we can have, and that if they miss it, they miss it. It has to be one of those 4 days. I know the Roundup program was accepted. I know that the education, trying to do a better job of letting people know what was going to happen. I think I remember the board talking about sending out surveys to those people who have signed up for option B to see if they would be interested in time of usage charges. And then he spoke to the issues concerning a tiered customer rate, things regarding billing, the computer software, and also subsidizing different rate groups, if I'm correct, in terms of usage. But I think it was one of those meetings I walked out of, I can't speak for the others who were there, and felt positive that some compromise had been made, and to limit those 4 peak days where nobody has to have 8 or 9 peak days a month for those who have stayed on that rate was a step in the right direction.
Basil had drafted a letter that included all the issues he felt should be addressed, and Councilmember Marna Kirkpatrick made the motion for Basil to go ahead and send the letter to the EPB board. Basil said that once the letter is received, the board and the council can either reach a compromise or they can move forward and schedule a hearing. Councilmember Brad Gross voted against moving forward with the letter, along with members Patrick Gaughan and Chastity Lowry. Gross said that none of the council members were experts.
The board was trying to make a positive move in the right direction, and I don't believe any of us up here are experts on the rate structure. I sure don't claim to be, and I've been to quite a few board meetings, and I'm sure there's members of this council that's not even been to a board meeting, much less talk to a board member, and they're going to make a vote tonight on whether to send this letter or not, which, like I said, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I don't think any of us are.
Now, when it comes to Kirkpatrick's second motion to schedule a hearing before the council with the EPB board, members began speaking up in opposition. As the noes began to become apparent, Council member Gary Oliver voted to table the motion entirely. Now, the letter will be delivered to Bowling Green attorney Thomas Cole, who represents the EPB board, and the council will also have to wait for their response. I'm Angela Briggs with WCLU, and this has been your top story at 7.
A hometown experience
at Air Care.
A novel idea? Not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough, and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
You love all-day breakfast.
I love all-day breakfast.
But you didn't love that you couldn't get all your favorites all day. But now you love that you can get more all day, like
McGriddles.
So you'll have to find something else to not love, like that itch you can't scratch. Or when people use speakerphone in public.
Seriously, you can't tell a soul.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
For real, okay?
Or accidentally watching episode 4 before you've seen episode 3.
When did DeAndre become an alien?
Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Mom, are we at Parrish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey boys, y'all come back to Parrish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parrish Carpet.
City and Riley.
In more local news, state police arrest a Metcalfe County man for murder. The Metcalfe County Sheriff's Office contacted state police in reference to a deceased person that had been found at a residence on Nobob Summershade Road. That investigation led to the arrest of 46-year-old Bobby Lawson of Summershade. State police say the identity of the deceased has yet to be determined. An autopsy has been scheduled for today at the state medical examiner's office. Lawson was charged with murder, tampering with physical evidence, and abuse of a corpse. He's lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. Glasgow Police Lieutenant Jimmy Phelps says there's been an arrest made in reference to the criminal mischief and theft investigation at the Auto Spa on West Main Street in Glasgow. About a week ago, Glasgow Police released surveillance footage of a woman they felt was involved in the incident. Glasgow Police say this is still an ongoing investigation and no additional details will be released. Officer Wesley Hicks is investigating. Cave City Council met in regular session last night and announced the Vietnam Traveling Wall will be coming to the Cave City Convention Center Labor Day weekend. When it comes to money transferred to the Tourism Commission, in July, the city transferred almost $85,000 from both restaurant and transient room tax. Barron County Emergency Management Director Tracy Shirley addressed the council, discussing changes to Barron County's Emergency Operations Plan. Reviewed annually, this year's changes are mainly clerical. Police Chief Terrell Riley said the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign starts tomorrow and will last through September 4th. And what will they be looking for?
Obviously, DUIs, seatbelts, hazard things, texting, and speeding. There'll be zero tolerance on those 5 things, especially. So.
Again, Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over starts Wednesday the 16th and lasts through September the 4th. The council also unanimously approved amending the interlocal agreement between the City of Glasgow Barron Fiscal Court and the City of Cave City to change the name of IDEA to the Cooperative Industrial Development Authority. The interlocal agreement amendments will also include giving Cave City one voting seat on the board to be appointed by the mayor and approved by the council, as well as giving Park City a non-voting seat. The council also approved a resolution that would ask the state to separate county retirement from the state retirement fund, saying that separating these funds will make county dollars more solvent. The Green River Ferry is now open at Mammoth Cave. Vicki Carson with the National Park said the river's risen to 1.7 feet as measured at the ferry crossing. The ferry service is still closed to long vehicles and those towing trailers. For current ferry information, call 270-758-2166. And in local 911 activity, 5 motor vehicle accidents with injury yesterday. 1 yesterday morning on Columbia Avenue, 4 in the afternoon, 1 on I-65, 1 on Smith Road, 1 on Reynolds Road, and 1 on Happy Valley. The Glasgow Fire, Police, and the Barron Metcalf EMS, as well as the Barron County Sheriff's Office, responded. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. It's 7:22 a.m., 73 degrees.
Many different factors come into play when dealing with an accident with an 80,000-pound vehicle. Because of federal and state regulations governing truck drivers, it is important to contact Rogers & Driver immediately. With more and more tractor-trailers on the road, it's important to be prepared. They aren't concerned with the rights of the victim. If you've been injured in a collision with a tractor-trailer throughout Kentucky or Tennessee, Rogers & Driver can handle your case.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer.
Violence, they're the ones preparing for violence. They said in their chants, kill the Nazis, kill the fascists. They came prepared for war.
Heimbach was accused of physically harassing a woman during a Donald Trump rally in Louisville last fall. A Metcalf County man is behind bars charged with murder. 46-year-old Bobby Lawson of Summershade is in custody for the death of a man found at a home. The victim's name has not been released. After finding the body, the state police investigation led them to Lawson, who's now lodged in the Barron County Jail. Authorities in Perry County are investigating the discovery of a dog that had been severely injured. The dog was found under a train in the Yerkes community this weekend. The dog had a head injury and several different wounds. He was taken to a facility in Louisville for further treatment. And the cause of a house fire in Lexington under investigation, but no one injured. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
WCLU Local News Time is 7:25. We have 73 degrees this morning. Staff meteorologist Ray Stajic says that things are going to be, basically going to be kind of steamy here. Not too terribly rainy, but it's not out of the possibility. This weather update, by the way, is being brought to you by your friends at Southern States.
It's not much, but it's not zero rain. This morning we're seeing some showers around. They're widely scattered and very light, and certainly more gray sky than anything else today. We'll go clouds mixing in with some sunshine, some passing light rain showers this morning. Slight chance of thunderstorms this afternoon, 80. Isolated showers and thunderstorms tonight, 68. And then partly cloudy tomorrow, a little bit warmer, 86, and the southwesterly flow continues on Wednesday, pumping temperatures up with a mix of clouds and sunshine into the upper 80s. Scattered storms, upper 80s Thursday. Friday, partly cloudy with highs in the upper 80s. So we're getting temperatures now back to normal here over the next few days. Today, most likely the coolest of the next 5 days with the cloud cover in and maybe a few showers around. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
If you're a worker, a fixer, a grower, or a doer, then you need to know that Southern States is ready for you. Stop in at our Glasgow location, 300 Sampson Street, for all of your lawn and garden needs, including different varieties of yard fescue seed, lawn food and fertilizer, garden seeds of every variety, and some starter plants. Also, be sure to check out Southern States in Horse Cave, located at 1104 South Dixie Street, and be sure to check out our greenhouse, where we have both perennial and annual flowers. Bring a pickup truck or a trailer and stock up on bulk mulch. It's barbecue season, so check out the Holland Grills and Green Eggs for all of your grilling needs. And when it comes to farm maintenance, check out our fencing supplies. We offer fence chargers, insulators, wires, and posts. For all your springtime, lawn, garden, and farm needs, that's Southern States at 300 Sampson Street, Glasgow, and 1104 South Dixie Street, Horse Cave.
Let's look at the current conditions. The barometer this morning is at 29.93. Humidity is at a sultry 99%, and we recorded 24 hundredths officially, 0.24 in the rain gauge from the last 24 hours. 73 degrees at WCLU. Good morning. It is 7:27.
Hewitt Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my Danny a call.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it. Is it suede? It's suede. I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
Talk to State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow today.
1441.
Well, let's talk about another Eddie here. You want to? It's Eddie Wells Day on the radio. If you happen to see Eddie Wells around town today, you need to pat him on the back, too, and tell him he's good as gold from his friends here at WCLU. And a little taste of Texas, where you know they're going to be serving it up right today, serving it up the Texas way. 73 degrees. Ralphie's Fun Center sponsors our review the birthday list, and we will do that after this word from Ralphie's.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Let's check it out. The Birthday Anniversary Club here this morning in behalf of Ralphie's Fun Center, where we know that Steve Wilkinson is turning 62 today. Steve, your sister called up to make sure we knew that. Chris Likens is 16. Mom and Dad called up Chris and said, happy, sweet 16. Miss Becky Grider with a birthday. Hannah Pitcock's grandmother called up here today. Miss Sherry Waldrop is on the list. It's Teresa Russell Smith. Teresa, by the way, celebrating her 58th wedding anniversary. Keithina Holman is having a birthday. Julie Kate Gross. Chase Quisenberry is 12. Mariana Harlow. Roy Fox, 79. Horse Cave Mayor Randall Curry on the list of honorees here today. Tammy and Charles Tuna Armstrong, it's number 36 for the Armstrongs today. And we have Suzanne and Buzz Bragg, number 18. That's where we are. Room is on the paper so that we can add to the list 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Online, WCLUradio.com. And don't forget, another reason to get this name in here is because of the fact we're giving away a birthday cake from Dairy Queen today. Well, about an hour from now, in fact. Same deal for the beautiful Rose from Greer's Florist. So let's get rolling here this morning. 73 degrees. The birthday list brought to you by the folks who just understand fun. Ralphie's Fun Center.
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
I'm here to announce the launch of McDonald's new signature sriracha sandwich, and they decided to turn it up. It's topped with crispy onions, fresh baby spinach, and kale. Onions and baby green. That's not all. They decided to turn it up even more. They created an exclusive sriracha mac sauce with just the right kick of spice. Yeah, but it's here only for a limited time. The McDonald's signature sriracha sandwich. Where are you going?
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
Avenue at New Salem Road in Glasgow. Let me straighten out something here that I messed up. It's an anniversary here. I told you Julie Kate Gross was having a birthday. That's not even correct. It's her wedding anniversary. She and her husband Josh, that's Josh and Julie Kate Gross, should be on the anniversary side of our ledger. So I'm going to slip them over there and to make sure that they're on the right side. Happy anniversary to Josh and Julie Kate Gross today, all right? Let's see. We have the annual meeting of the Barron County Historical Society coming up on Thursday the 24th at 6 p.m. at the Marywood Walden Library. Sam Terry is going to present a program. You know his programs are always good. This time on the life adventures of South Central Kentucky native Carl Haskell Miller. Traveled the world as a lecturer for the Red Path Chautauqua. Of particular interest is going to be passages from Miller's 1924 diary and scrapbooks that relate to Barron, Metcalfe, and Monroe counties. The public is invited. It is the 24th, 6 p.m. at the library. Stand by. Tidbit News straight ahead.
Whether you have... Mom, are we at Parrish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parrish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parrish Carpet.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pb.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Sometimes.
Thank you, Tracy. Let me add another anniversary couple to the list here. It is Josh and Pam Rock. Josh and Pam Rock being called in here in the birthday anniversary side of things here at WCLU. Let me get the tidbit news going. Actually, let me put the phone on hold here a second.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Spinning the globe around the world up the street, it's tidbit news for this morning. Angela?
It is tidbit news for this morning.
I got a couple of things here to share with you today in the world of tidbit news.
Okay.
Because we always have interesting things here. You know, folks, a lot of folks stop me and say, what was that deal on that story about the tidbit news and this and that? And I try my best to commit them to memory so that I can quote them back. But
a lot of people want us to use local tidbit news.
Yeah, well, we could probably do that.
Well, we got some crazy people that do some crazy stuff.
You know, it's that business of not stepping on toes.
I don't know. Some of the things people do, you'd be like jumping on their whole foot.
All right, I got a couple of things from a travel standpoint here.
Okay.
First of all, this is first I've seen of this, but if you're going to be traveling, you might want to know about this.
All right.
Big Ben's famous bongs will be silenced for 4 years starting next week.
Why?
The famous London landmark is going to get some face work. The chimes are being stopped to protect workers who are renovating the Elizabeth Tower that houses the Great Clock and its bell. Officials say the clock will fall silent after sounding at noon on Monday, August the 21st, as it is set to begin again in 2021.
Well,
boy, it's going to be hard to know what time it is,
it's
isn't
going
it?
to take them a while, isn't it?
It will still ring out for important national events such as New Year's Eve and Remembrance Sunday. But just the good old, hey, it's almost, your lunch hour is almost over with, Jack.
There you go.
It's not going to sound for 4 years. Wow, that's a large project, isn't it?
Definitely.
This is a neat story right here that I saw at Dateline Portland, Oregon this morning. There's a U.S. Marine who served in the Pacific during the Second World War, and he is traveling to a remote Japanese village to return a flag that he took from the body of a dead enemy soldier 73 years ago.
Huh.
The Oregon-based Oban Society was able to identify the flag's owner as Yasu Sadeo, and they found his village through signatures left on the flag by relatives and neighbors. Marvin Strombo is now 93 years old, and he says that returning the flag to Mr. Yasu's surviving siblings will help him to heal.
Well, that's good then.
Yesterday he got on a plane from Portland to Japan, and he plans to travel to the village next week. The flags were a good luck charm for Japanese soldiers, and they have deep significance because most families never learned how their loved ones died, and they never received the remains. So this is going to be a nice gesture on behalf of this 93-year-old gentleman.
Definitely.
Who taken that flag so many years ago. All right, now let's wrap it up here with one. Here's one to think about, okay? Guys, it might be time to skip the bachelor party.
Okay.
There's a new study out by real estate site Zillow, and the wedding site's called The Knot. And it says the average millennial male will spend a little more than $1,500 on a single weekend.
Well, there you go.
That number includes travel, hotel, and other things.
Yeah, other things.
Women spend about $400 less, averaging a little more than $1,100 per person.
They don't need so many things.
According to the Zillow people, if the average person attended 9 parties in a lifetime, or 3 per year for 3 years, they will have spent up to 34% of the cash needed for a down payment on a median home.
Yeah, but I would tell you all the fun things about a bachelor party, but all that stuff, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. They had to do it, Henry.
Bachelor and bachelorette parties are not the only expense associated with attending a wedding.
Yeah, no joke.
Zillow says on average, bridesmaids and groomsmen spend an additional $1,154 for things like wedding day attire.
Yeah, some ugly dress they'll never wear again.
A gift for the bride and the groom, as well as travel and accommodations for the wedding day. Guests who are not in the bridal party still spend about $888 on average to attend each wedding.
It's a lot of money for a wedding.
So that's what you
half of them in a divorce.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, but you know, it's like you got some investment there. They're saying that I can't remember what the headline was on where I found this story, but it says, you know, you need weddings. The reason why people aren't getting married is because they go to too many other weddings.
There you go.
So you see, you spend that much money on somebody else's wedding, it eats into what you might have.
There you go.
To spend on a wedding. And that's the way Tidbit News shapes up for today. We'll keep scouring the globe for more stories for tomorrow.
People are injured through the carelessness of others. That's why the law requires every driver to be insured. You work hard and pay your insurance premiums.
Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. When you're injured in a car wreck, you lose income. You have medical bills, and your ability to support yourself and your family is in danger. At Rogers and Driver, we know that. When you need help, we're here on the square in Glasgow, or visit us at rogersanddriver.com.
Rogers and Driver, your local full-service injury attorneys.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.Proud
event and a happy place to start your Saturday, spend your Saturday, and enjoy your Saturday at the Bounty of the Barons downtown. 742. Let me add Sam Bybee to our birthday list today. Sam is turning 9, we understand. And we have Rodney and Pam Rock. I think I said Josh, but it's Rodney and Pam Rock having a wedding anniversary today. Congratulations to Rodney and Pam.
Good morning, friends.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
A hometown experience with honest people, a novel idea, not at Bailey Gibson. We understand you work hard for your money and deserve the best when shopping for a vehicle. Times are tough and buying a vehicle is a big decision. Dad prides himself in having honest employees who will help in any way they can before and after your purchase. At Bailey Gibson, we pledge to give you a hometown experience with honest people. Now that's an idea you can bank on.
Christ. Thank you, Danny. 744 here at WCLU, 73 degrees. We're not budging much. Let me get over here and get the Bobby Lee Hurt Auto Sales introduction so that we can head up West Main Street, pull right in there at the bottom of Standpipe Hill this morning, and talk to not Bobby Lee, but young Lucas Hurt. How you doing, Lucas?
I'm doing well this morning, Henry. How about yourself?
I'm doing really good. It's just the day's got it's kind of steamy out there, but it's not unbearable. And it's just it's one of those things that makes you get out and get on with stuff, you think?
It is, yeah. It's taking off to be a pretty good morning.
How's the visibility up there off of your hill?
It's a little cloudy, but all in all, it's not too bad.
But, the thing is, you don't care how cloudy it is because when people come looking, the cloud cover's not going to hurt anything. The sheen on those vehicles up there is going to make them quite visible, Lucas, for sure.
Exactly. We've got them shined up.
We try to share about 4 a day because of the fact that, there's so many up there. This is just the appetizer, the appetizer, and we want to hear what you want to talk about today. Lucas Hurt at Hurt Auto Sales, 621 West Main. Take off of it, sir.
All right. We've got a 2007 Jeep Cherokee Limited.
Yeah, see, I knew you were going to do the Jeep first.
Yeah.
Lucas is a Jeep man.
I am. I like my Jeeps.
Yeah, so I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go
No,
ahead.
You're fine.
Okay.
It's a 07 Jeep Cherokee Limited,
Uh-huh.
silver. It's leather, sunroof, four-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
We've got it priced for $7,500.
My goodness, and that thing sounds like it'll go good everywhere.
It will. It's got plenty of ground clearance, and it'll go anywhere you point it.
Yeah, I like that.
We've also got a 2007 Chevy Suburban LT. It's kind of a goldish color.
Mm-hmm.
It's got new tires on it, leather, sunroof, DVD player. And we've got it priced for $13,900.
Okay. Very good.
Also, if you're looking for a good gas saver, we just got in a 2009 Toyota Camry,
Mm-hmm.
a gray, dark gray color. We've got it priced for $7,900.
Okay.
And last but not least, we've got in a 2015 Ford Escape SE. It's got low miles on it, backup camera, all the bells and whistles. We've got it priced for $15,900.
All right. Now, that's four excellent choices. You really, you've kind of shown to people who aren't familiar with Hurt Auto Sales the range of vehicles that you have available. And you wouldn't bring them up if they were, if they didn't look good and run good and were sharp additions to any family's fleet of vehicles at Hurt Auto Sales at all, would you?
Yes, sir. No, they're good-looking, good-riding vehicles, and we've got some more coming in today, so we should have some new ones to talk about come Thursday.
It sounds to me like Lucas, the young son, was told to, we got more coming, get these off of the lot today, sell them, move them. And so that's going to be your challenge today, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Trying to get them gone.
Yeah, well, and certainly it's a good day to come up there and test drive a vehicle. And Lucas you've learned a lot from your dad, Lucas, and including how to help folks understand what it is they're looking to buy at Hurt Auto Sales. A lot of years of experience there, and it pays off for sure.
Yes, sir.
What else you want to add to the list today? Anything? Any tips or anything?
No, I think that's about got it wrapped up, I believe.
All right. The common sense is what should tell you to go to Hurt Auto Sales, because they have a motto that they rely on, which is
No pain when you trade with Hurt.
Okay, Lucas, have a good day, sir. I want to see you clear this lot out so when the new ones get there, let's see, what is today? Is today Tuesday? Yeah. We'll talk again on Thursday, and you can tell us what arrived because we sold all these others, okay?
All right, Henry, I appreciate it.
See you, Lucas. Bye-bye. Lucas Hurt Auto Sales, 621 West Main Street. Easy to get to from anywhere. It's just hard to leave up there because there's so much to see. Hurt Auto Sales.
Drop your change in the bottom of your purse. Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Not every family is blessed with financial success. For many, it is a daily struggle to keep food on the table and a roof over their head. Hello, I'm Ben Rogers. Since 1981, I've been helping families threatened by debt collectors, garnishment, and foreclosure. Schedule a free consultation and let us show you how we can help your family. Rogers and Driver, on the Square in Glasgow, Kentucky.
Mom, are we at Parish Carpet Store yet? Wow! Boring. Wow! Hey, let's go to the warehouse. Okay. Wow, look how tall that carpet is. Look how soft the carpet is.
Hey, boys, y'all come back to Parish Carpet, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure glad we came to Parish Carpet.
Personal service is what it's all about at Bailey Gibson. From the showroom to the service bay, we offer the most up-to-date service and sales available. If you know Dad, you know he's not too keen on high-tech gadgets. His flip phone is about as techy as he gets. Because of Dad's down-to-earth approach in business, Bailey Gibson customers know they can depend on us for the best price on their newer used vehicle. Stop by or give us a call and find out what true personal service is all about.
Come on, give my dandy a call.
At
My feeble life is o'er.
Jimmy Fortune.
Just